2, 3, 4. All right, we're going to work on strumming in this lesson. And again, I've begun left-handed because I want to feel what it feels like to strum for the first time. And this takes me back. So now that I've learned, let me flip it around. This is going to be a bit more comfortable for me, and I can show you what I'm doing. All right, strumming is where you hit all the strings of a chord. And I suppose it's kind of impossible to exactly hit them all at the same time, but it's pretty much at the same time. It's sort of one beat, like that. And you can strum down, you can strum up. And when I was a kid, I made the horrible mistake of only strumming up. I don't know why, I thought that's the way you did it. And for 2 excruciating years, I only strummed up. So I'm going to save you that grief and let you know that it's okay to strum down, it's okay to strum up. Now, holding the pick is going to be a helpful thing. And I actually have several ways of holding the pick, but right now I'm going to give you the way that I use when I strum. And that's going to be, it's based on almost if I didn't have a pick and I just had to strum with my fingers. And because my second finger is the longest finger, it sort of hits the string first. So really, the pick is just an extension of that second finger. And I think it's about the best thing you can do with your second finger is to hold a pick. So I'm going to hold my fingers out, flat, like that, lay the pick across, and put my thumb down, and there I've got it. And let's see what happens. I just want to check out, strum a little bit. Now, what ends up happening when I strum is that because my second finger is longer, I've got it pulled back a little bit. You know, it's bent a little bit. So you can see the second finger is more bent than the first one in order to have a place where I can balance that pick on there. And I just put my thumb on and we're all set. Now the other thing I want to show you is the thumb has kind of I guess that'd be a concave angle, sort of a soup bowl. It's not going up like this, and it's going down like this. And that's just what it needs to do in order to get with the most comfortable strumming technique. So I'll show you at a couple different angles here. There's one, there's another, kind of that concave bowl shape. And that helps you to do your upstroke and your downstroke. Now, let's also look, you don't want your arm out like this. I tend to have this part of my arm touching the top of the guitar. And that way, your wrist ends up giving you a lot of the motion. And, I don't want to give you too many adjustments at once. I mean, you'll just try it and you'll gradually ease into these techniques. But the goal is to make it sound a nice smooth strum when you go down, same thing when you go up, and to be able to control the rhythm. And speaking of the rhythm that I want you to play today, I opened with. This is a great rhythm. It's really good for your strumming technique and eventually will pay off big time when we do our single note picking as well. So let's take a look at it. It's a very specific pattern. You've got to do it like this. I'm going to be a teacher with a disciplinarian and tell you exactly what I want you to do here. 2 downstrokes and an upstroke. And the rhythm is, so that's down, down, up, down, down, up. Now, in order to teach that to you, I put a hole there. But when we actually play it, we're going to loop it. So it'll be down. So down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Now at that slow tempo, you can kind of get away with anything. I mean, I could even go back to my all upstrokes, first 2 years of my playing. And it kind of works, or I could do all downs. Or any number of ways. When the tempo is that slow, anything is possible. But I want to make this something that we can speed up in the future. So for that, we really need to do the 2 downs and 1 up. Down, down, up. Down, down, up. And then loop it. All right, that's starting to feel good. Now, let's do 2 of those. And I want to end it with the mute. And that's where we, again, reviewing, taking this part of your hand and stopping the string. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll do a long one. All right, so da 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 da. Let's try it at a medium tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you can do this and you can stop those strings, I'm really proud of you, because that's a really, really fantastic technique for controlling the electric guitar. And especially when we begin to crank up and get more distortion and volume and you're on stage, that kind of technique to mute those strings is going to be incredibly important. So it's good to start with it now. All right, so practice this as much as you can, and have a great time with this cool rhythm.